Avoiding nested queries for large datasets is a crucial optimization technique in SOQL. Nested queries, especially when dealing with large volumes of data, can lead to hitting query row limits and performance degradation. Instead of using nested queries, you can retrieve data in separate queries and manage the relationship logic in your Apex code. Let's go through an example to illustrate this technique. Scenario. Consider a scenario where you have a custom object account related to another custom object contact with a master detail relationship. You want to retrieve a list of accounts and the count of associated contacts for each account. Non-optimized query. In a non-optimized approach, you might initially query for the accounts and then, in a loop, query for the count of contacts for each account using a nested query. This could lead to performance issues, especially if you have a large number of accounts. List account accounts equals, select ID, name from account, for account ACC, accounts. Integer contact count equals, select count, from contact, where account ID equals, ACC ID, / process contact count for the current account. Optimized query without nested queries. Instead of using nested queries, you can retrieve the accounts and contacts separately and then, in your Apex code, manage the relationship logic to count the contacts for each account. List account accounts equals, select ID, name from account, map ID, integer account contact count map equals new map ID, integer, list contact contacts equals, select ID, account ID from contact where account ID IN, accounts, for, contact contacts. If account contact count map dot contains key, contact dot account ID. Account contact count map dot put, contact dot account ID, account contact count map dot get, contact dot account ID, +1, else. Account contact count map dot put, contact dot account ID, 1. 4. Account ACC, accounts. Integer contact count equals account contact count map dot get, ACC.ID, / process contact count for the current account. In this example, the first query retrieves the accounts. The second query retrieves the contacts. The account contact count map is used to store the count of contacts for each account. In the final loop, you can access the contact count for each account from the map. Benefits of avoiding nested queries for large datasets. Avoid query row limits. Avoiding nested queries helps prevent hitting query row limits, especially when dealing with large datasets. Better control over query execution. Separating queries and managing relationships in Apex code provides better control over query execution, allowing you to implement custom logic as needed. Improved performance. In certain scenarios, avoiding nested queries can lead to improved performance by reducing the complexity of the queries and minimizing the amount of data retrieved. More predictable behavior. Managing relationships in Apex code can result in more predictable and transparent code, making it easier to understand and maintain. While avoiding nested queries is a good practice for large datasets, it's essential to carefully consider the specific requirements of your use case and the nature of your data relationships. Always test and profile your code to ensure optimal performance in your Salesforce environment.